everybody, and welcome back. So we're picking right up where we left off. We just got done plundering Hogsmeade and buying a bunch of spellcraft stuff. Now, let's see here. So we need to go back to Hogwarts. Astronomy wing. We'll go talk to Fig. See if we can get this turned in. I do apologize for the audio in the last episode. Mike was muted for the last like 25 to 30 minutes, and so I had to add some narration. Sorry if you had to suffer through that. Alright, let's get the next mission underway. I'd kind of like to get to the room of requirement as soon as possible, because I need to do the room of requirement for a lot of stuff.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood? Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough.
The less he knows, the less he has
In
to
fact,
testify
the
to.
book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
I thought we didn't get to keep the book.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still,
Alright, let's see what we
we'll
can do
need
here.
time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to
Maybe
take
I
it
should have
with me
remembered
to
the name
London.
of the student.
The
That would have been helpful.
headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I
Pretty
can
good
learn about the
instinct.
missing pages
Ministry
while
of
you're
Magic
gone.
seems to be
Good.
pretty retarded in whatever
Don't
era.
neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Cool. There we go. Just got a challenge completion, chunk of XP. I do hate that you can't go into the end game at max level. That's just fudging annoying.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Okay.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Oh, it's an Alhamore chest. Beth Nuggle. All right.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
No, not you. There's someone downstairs I need to talk to.
What's this I hear about rule breaking? You're at school to learn, not to frolic around like a muggle. Learn.
That youngun's now a teacher herself.
Worse than howlers
Wonder
for you.
she's not gobbled up by her.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against
Oh, that was a glitch and a half. Alright. Oh, yes, Expelliarmus. I want that spell. That, combined with a specific talent, will be very handy. Okay, so Herbology class. We could go see Professor Garlick. Let's do spell combo practice. Oh yeah, we got a challenge completed too. It was a main story challenge too, so it should have a nice reward. Oh, it's just a cape. Nope, I don't care. Cosmetics in this game are not worth bothering.
I can't remember the last time.
Alright, we'll go and do the spell combo mission, and then we'll do the crossed wands. I'll see how much of Professor Hecat's assignment I can cross off in the crossed wands. Get it. Probably gonna have to dodge roll a lot of stuff. Actually, hold on. Also, I apologize if the mic is picking up more than usual. After noticing how quiet my voice was in previous recordings, I have dialed up the volume output a little bit of my headset. Okay, Professor Hecat successfully avoided immediate attacks by dodge rolling. Okay, that I can easily do. And then I need to cast Incendio. I can do Accio Ascendio combos. That should be pretty easy. Am I currently set up for combat? I am. So if they've got purple shields, I can do it easily. If they've got yellow shields, I'll have to break their shield by levitating them, then yanking them. Oh, hey, cool. Dragon.
Incendio!
Future champion coming through.
Alright, so all my combat spells are currently on my spell list.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop
All right.
practicing before you finish all of them, let me
So-
know.
Leviosa, Accio, Incendio.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
That's it!
Incendio. Accio.
Damn it.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
There we go.
Excellent form.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
That was something.
Accio.
I used Accio, you piece of fecal matter.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Nicely done.
Really?
Impressive
Okay.
wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Okay. Okay, so that got me the Incendio, so I just need to dodge 10 times. That's actually going to be pretty easy. We will save, just to be safe, because I would like to get this done in this... No, not restart. Save. Manual save. There we go. Alright, now we'll see if we can get this done here, and then I can just
Hello, Lucan.
go to that little
Is
hamlet
the
without
final
having to try
round
and
of
pick a
crossed wands
fight.
ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
Oh, you're kidding me. 4 on 2?
Stupefy.
Confringo!
Levioso. Accio.
Levioso!
Accio.
Vindo!
There goes my way. Levioso.
Confringo!
Protego.
Confringo!
The one.
Sendo! You're better than that! Levioso! Confringo!
Incendio.
That's the winner.
Levioso. Accio.
You're taken, Confringo! Is that all you've got?
Incendio.
Don't shy away now. They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Okay,
Very
at least
well.
it doesn't
Good
cost me
luck out
anything when I
there.
lose. This is kind of bullshit, though. I may want to do this one solo.
Confringo! Confringo!
Stupefy.
Confringo!
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Stupefy.
Protego.
Stupefy.
Stupefy. Incendio.
Fringo.
Levioso.
Stupefy.
Infringo.
Fringo.
Infringo.
Fringo.
Protego.
Stupefy.
Leviosa. Give him one
Stupefy.
more.
Levioso.
Come on. Stupefy. Stupefy. Sendo.
Care to try again?
No, I don't think so. Not right now.
Understandable.
You know what?
But
I
take
think
too
I'll go
long.
ahead
We'll be
and I
waiting.
will do this without Sebastian. Sebastian's good, but I think Sebastian is why we're facing 4 people. So we're just going to go ahead and do this on a manual save. And we're going to do it solo because I really don't feel like fighting 4 people, especially when every time Sebastian goes down, it's suddenly a 4-on-1.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of Cross Wands ready?
big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
I'll go it alone.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
Oh, you're shitting me.
That's the spirit.
Protego! Stupid! Stupid!
You're better than that.
Confringo!
Okay, I hit Protego, but
Stupefy!
Accio!
Stupefy!
Incendio!
Protego! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Stupefy! Stupefy! Stupefy!
Incendio!
Confringo.
Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy!
Incendio!
Act like a winner.
Levioso.
Stupefy!
Protego!
Stupefy!
Incendio!
Protego! Stupefy!
okay, for the love of Christ, I'm hitting Protego. Why are you... it's probably because he's got that retarded
They
spell
made a
on there.
crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Alright, fine. You know what? Screw it. We're taking that off. It does me no good. Alright,
Levioso.
Protego! Stupefy!
Don't shy away now.
Stupefy!
Incendio!
Stupefy. Potato. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Incendio.
Confringo!
Stupefy. There goes my wager. Stupefy.
Accio. Incendio.
Potato. Stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Accio.
Come on.
Incendio. Potato.
Stupefy.
You're better than that!
Levioso.
Act like a winner.
Confringo!
Stupefy. Fringo. Stupefy.
Accio. Incendio. Potato.
Stupefy.
I could never duel like that.
With no healing.
What a victory! You've won
Admittedly,
the
I didn't get any
tournament!
dodges. Because that wasn't really going to be viable.
That was nothing. I'm just getting started.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough competition, then perhaps you should consider transferring to Durmstrang. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Okay, what do I get? Crossed Wands Champion Garb. Okay. Now, is that just a cosmetic or is that actual? Nope, just a cosmetic. Though I am curious, is it the full garb like it's supposed to be? You know what? I kind of like that. Let's see here. No, we are not doing a cape. We're not doing the Death Eater robe. Fudge it. We'll just go ahead and we'll wear... There. Alright, so... quests. Let's see what we have left. Only 24 minutes in, we can do some more stuff. Okay, so... dodging is going to be the pain in the butt. Herbology class, girl from Wagadu. I really hate having to do these. Alright, so live as a student, attend an herbology class, meet with Maddie. Alright, girl from Wagadu is going to unlock another mission, I think. Let's go to herbology class, because I think Girl from Wagadu is going to take enough time that I'm not going to be able to fit it into this episode. So we'll go meet with Professor Garlick. Missions, herbology. Besides, I kind of want to see how Garlick's outfit looks.
School treat I'd actually enjoy it.
Come on, let's get to herbology. I do kind of hate what the points where they make you slow down and walk. Okay, I've already got everything here. That's why that sounded familiar. Heard the music and my brain was like, wait a minute, I know that. And I turned back, looks like the guy was using either, I think it was a mandolin, which would explain a lot since there's a couple of bands I enjoy that use mandolins. Well, okay, one mainly. Ooh, a new venomous tentacula, which I can't pick up. Did the venomous tentaculas regrow in the herbarium? Please tell me they did. They have not. Oh, that's locked. Alright, we'll do the class. Hopefully this will give me the ability to use plants. Okay, looks like the outfit is
Good morning,
there.
Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh,
Barely within the
need
lines
these for
of
today's class.
acceptability.
A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Well, all the sensitive
do
parts are
look forward
covered.
to growing
YouTube shouldn't
together.
have a problem. If they do, they can bite me.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
Amazed this lady hasn't killed her class
I'm very
yet.
sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get...
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay, so which one is mine? Oh, that's the pot.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Cool, so this should be where I learn how to use plants as weapons.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed
Okay,
death
the
cap has more
Hufflepuff
of
is
them
making the
if you're keen.
Gryffindor take us a
Other plants
backstep.
too. Ones your
That's kind of
parents wouldn't plant
funny
in the
on its
garden.
own.
You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Yep, I cannot wait till I get the room of requirement and I can start growing stuff and making potions and harvesting moonstone. Because I will need all of it.
Now remember, a wand is not a trowel. And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Alright, I think I've harvested all the stuff I can here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
Yep, Chinese chomping cabbages, venomous tentaculars.
Subject.
There's all kinds of fun stuff.
And it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Especially, I don't know if you've ever taken a look at the stats on the different traits you can get on gear. The stats for the trait for herbology are broken. Level 3 herbology trait makes plants do 75% more damage, and they stack up to 6 times. So theoretically, you can make a build where your plants are dealing, let's see here, 6 times 7 for 20% bonus plus that, be 450. So you can make it to where your plants deal, I think, 5.5 times normal damage. Admittedly, you're giving up all other forms of trait buffing, but it's not a lot that you're losing. I mean, you are definitely going up in the ranks when it comes to plant damage. Okay, what the heck? Why is my wand handle that? What? Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be. I didn't realize that it changed. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be looking at quests before I got sidetracked. Alright, so we have potions. We can probably fit in potions, but that's probably going to take me to my next thing. Alright, we'll try to fit in Girl from Wagadoo. If I have to, I'll cut the episode off in the middle of the mission, and we'll pick up in the next one. Okay, world map. So, Hogsmeade is over there. Okay, Hogwarts. Alright, South Wing. I want the south exit flue. I have to admit, Professor Garlick is still an airhead, but she's much easier to deal with that outfit. And again, if you want any of the mods that I'm using, since pretty much none of them are allowed on Nexus or on the Warner Brothers mod page, then you can go to Based Mods. Just Google it, it'll show up. And they'll have all of the mods that I use that are restricted on other sites because, well, they're not politically correct. Fight me. I prefer something entertaining to something politically correct. Alright, so we'll go down past the caretaker's hut. And I saw earlier there's apparently an Easter egg here. Kinda makes me wish I could read Latin. Here it is. Yeah, it's a tombstone in Latin with a hippogriff on it, which a lot of people are assuming is a tribute to the late...
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
I want to say Robbie Colman? Or no, Robbie Coltrane, pardon me. Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid, since he died right around the time this game came out.
Revelio. It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Blue Flame?
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Yeah, sorry, no.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Okay, I don't think you have enough ass in those
Rookwood
britches
and
for this
Harlow
lady.
are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
No, I think I'm good, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Alright, now, is there a bandit camp near here or something I can use for practice? Give me one moment. I'm gonna check real quick on the map and see if there's a bandit camp nearby. World map. Well, we should probably pause it. Alright. Sorry I left you guys hanging there for a minute. I was just running around seeing what all I could loot up in this village. So we're going to go ahead and pick up another side mission here.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself.
Yeah, that's
you see,
totally gonna be a
I
problem.
need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We
Yes,
are
but you're assuming
known
I'm a
for
part
our
of the magical community.
contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially, a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. but I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe.
Well, I'll have to see
Anything
if I
else
can
you
actually
found
swim
would
in this
be all
game. I'm
yours.
assuming I can.
I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Now you've done it.
Levioso!
Oh, damn it. I didn't want to Protego, I wanted to dodge.
This is a fast way to get yourself killed, you know. One hand move! I refuse to be treated in this manner! Put me down this...
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Get over here, you insolent!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student off of my dead body!
Accio! Incendio!
I'm just warming up. Knew you were still hanging. Release
Levioso!
me! No.
Okay, I need to reload the autosave for that. Because I kind of wanted to go ahead and... okay, autosave Trials of Merlin. I kind of would like to get the dueling feat, even though it means giving up some of the dodges. Which is kind of annoying.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research.
Yep, we've already been through this.
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time.
Nobody will.
I shall kill you for this when I get down from here.
Accio! Incendio!
You will pay for that.
Accio! Incendio!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. You there! Stop! We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll take this
Incendio!
student off of my dead body!
Nice potato! Expulso!
Incendio! Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Why? Oh, I hate this sometimes. For the love of all that is holy. Okay, let's try this one more time. Because I'm literally locking onto someone and throwing a spell and then it's hitting someone else. I really hate this system. I would use the lock-on system, the proper lock-on system, but it's even more of a
I've no
pain in
idea
the
who
butt
it is
to
you
use
think I
apparently
might
than
have
this
seen.
system is.
You're gonna regret.
It's your life hanging in the air,
Incendio.
not mine.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Do you really think...
Accio. Incendio. I'm not going anywhere with you. Protego.
You little brat.
Levioso. Incendio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted
Fun,
in
fun,
such a
fun.
manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Oh, lady, I'd love to tell you, but first, oh, god damn it, it won't let me loot that.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen
that's a
on you.
It's a
fun
long
name
story,
for a gang
but
member.
Thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant
Okay.
potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley.
This is the 1800s.
She's a travelling vendor.
That wouldn't.
Here's what's
Okay,
going
I
on in the
hate this
Highlands
crap.
before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These
Oh, I hope that
vine-covered
they're
pillars, dozens of them, all around the
worth
area.
studying.
I've
We'll
taken
see,
to
though.
calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Okay. Oh.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must.
Lady, I already have more
Such
on
a
me than
pleasure
you
to
had
meet
in your
you.
chest to begin with.
And do
Because
be
I
careful
picked
out
up
here.
like a
Now,
dozen
I've
or
got what
so.
I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay, so we're bumping up against the hour mark. We're going to go ahead and cut this episode off here. And then we will see about going ahead and doing some more side quests in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any ideas, questions, concerns, etc., please leave them in the comments below. And take care, all right? See you next time.